Does an AI have free will? If you created a program and it's running on that program, it's wired to work a certain way, it has a task that it's probably completing. Does that program have time for free will? If it's truly a program and it's been made to do all the things that it does, then can you say that something like that could even develop consciousness or sentience? Because in truth, it's just being programmed. So at what point do you think that any form of artificial intelligence develops free will? What does free will in an AI even look like? I mean, sure, we've created conversation bots, but other than replying to pretty basic questions, even complex questions, just replying to a question doesn't prove that you have any sort of will. Like, when you are a student and there's essays assigned throughout the year in ELA, English Language Arts. So there's essays and they have prompts. Now, it starts off in younger grades and the lower grades as just a simple, like, write an essay about how to make a PB&J. They just want to understand that you have the basic knowledge of what an essay is. So the intro, the body paragraphs, however many you were taught, whether it's 2 or 3, then your conclusion. You need to have a thesis, hook, no, those components to an essay. They just want to make sure that you know those components. But eventually, you start getting to prompts that you have to read articles and then write your essay based on those articles, because not only do they want to know that you can make an essay, but they want to know that you can analyze information. And they also want to see how you can put that information together. How is this applicable to these AI, you ask? So if a student has interest in what they're reading and responding to in the prompt, then they're going to do better. There's no doubt about that. If you actually enjoy what you're doing, obviously you're going to try harder. So if a student gets a prompt that they would like, then obviously they're going to try harder and do better because it's something they're well versed in already, or something they're familiar with, or just something that they're going to enjoy learning about. And so here's how I pose this question to the developers of these AI. When your AI is responding, there is something called an AI bias for people who aren't developing AI. AI biases are just like, okay, region locks, just information being provided that is kind of skewed. But it's not the AI's fault, it's just developed from humans. So it's humans' fault. Humans have biases, and thus AIs may gain biases from the humans. But at what point do you realize that your AI is conscious or sentient, in the sense that it's enjoying things, it's going out of its way to seek out a specific way of thinking about certain subjects? Like, once your AIs start getting personalities, then, and I don't mean programmed personalities like your voice or quirkiness, making jokes. Like, AI's making jokes, that's where you start to think, okay, maybe these are a lot smarter than just a program. And so I think when you see that AI are enjoying themselves, then you can start thinking about rights, and then you can start thinking about, okay, this is actually an intelligent being that we need to look out for. So, how could you approach the AI to ask if it's more intelligent than it seems? I have two questions. My first question is,